Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to Tiffany with Purpose, where I provide faith-based content with purpose and inspire you to do the same. I always share according to what the Lord places on my heart, and right now this is just an encouraging word. It's a follow-up to a video that's uploading right now, actually talking about the crossroads, what to do when we are enduring sad or bad days. And there's something that I said briefly, but I wanted to just speak a little bit more about what it actively looks like to be watching and praying in our lives. What are we watching for? What? Right? Because the enemy is the one that's prowling around like a lion, seeking who he can devour. So that is the instruction, to watch and pray concerning what the enemy might be doing. Now, there were a couple of situations that were happening back to back, which the Lord used to help me know that I just kind of needed to steward over my mind and my heart a lot more intentionally in this time. One being an 18-year friendship ended, which could have been an open door for the enemy to do anything. The effect that could have potentially had in my heart, right? If it could have caused any sort of like emotional stirring or anything like that, which that was not the case for me. But there was that situation, followed by my girl thing, followed by all preceded by interrupted travel plans. I got caught up in that Microsoft incident, y'all. Me getting sick. And so it's like literally all these external things are happening that can affect the way that I am feeling, right? And what that causes to happen, because that's so many like flesh things that are going on. We can be in a space where we are just not as spiritually in tune, potentially. What I am saying is that the Lord was looking out for days. I would say like this, like the really bad day was on Sunday and nothing crazy happened. I just was emotional. I'm a person that I'm a pretty logical thinker, and I manage my emotions. I compare everything to the word of the Lord. And a lot of times that just gives me this ability to kind of rise above whatever emotional situations might be. I don't know. I feel like I'm saying nothing, but I hope that you get what I'm trying to say. I don't always feel all the feelings, because a lot of the times I can see through it. A lot of the times the enemy is trying to keep us in a specific space, and most of the time I see through such things. But the Lord was telling me to pray. On Thursday, I I had a dream where in the dream, someone told me to Say a Little Prayer for You. I don't even know if that's what the song is called. I think it's Aretha Franklin. And I start singing it, but I have to go somewhere. So I literally start singing, the morning I wake up, before I put on my makeup, I say a little prayer for you. That is like just a random part of the dream. But when I wake up that morning, when I actually all the way wake up, that song is still playing in my mind. So I'm like, all right, Lord, obviously you're telling me to pray. The next morning, the same thing. And the next morning, the same thing. He was very intentional about making sure that I was praying. And I want you guys to know, if the Lord is impressing something like that on you, you need to do it. If the Lord is like luring me into that space, one, I expect to meet him there. I expect that he's going to tell me some things, which he did. But I will also say that I did not pray the way that I know I needed to pray. For a minute, I haven't been in my heavy, like, we're sitting here praying for hours bag. And for a season, that was like what I was doing every single day. But for the last, since like, I don't know, the summer, it just hasn't been on like that in the way that I usually am. And so the Lord was preparing me for this time. He was like, you need to pray. You need to pray. You need to pray. And looking back, like I can seeing all the things like leading up to what happened on Sunday, how that was kind of a strategic attack from the enemy, but also how the Lord was right there giving strategy, saying what to do the whole time. And I guess overall, to be watchful of the things that are happening around you. When it seems like things are falling apart, or when things all of a sudden aren't going your way, do not always look at those things and decide what that means about God, or decide what that means about you as a person, or what you have going on. But watch and pray, because it can very well be that this is a distraction. This is something to like cause you to lose faith, cause you to lose hope, to cause you to be in confusion about your relationship with the Lord and all of these things. And that's all the enemy wants from us anyway. He wants us to be confused. He does not want us to know who we are in the Lord. He does not want us to have strong relationships with God. That's what Jesus died for. And he doesn't want any of those things. And so that's what we want to be watching and praying for. What might the enemy be up to, right? We do not war against flesh and blood. A lot of what we experience in this life is not even about what we are physically seeing. And we just want to make sure that we're always aware of that. And this is my soapbox. I hope that this was encouraging to someone. You guys be great in the strength of the Lord. Until next time.